When we think about attraction, many of us have a tendency to gravitate towards certain types of people, whether consciously or unconsciously. It's something that most of us don't talk about openly, but we all have seen it in action. Women, often inexplicably, seem to ignore good men, the kind of men who would treat them right, who would be there for them, and who would support them through thick and thin. Instead, they sometimes find themselves drawn to men who seem like the complete opposite, the bad boy. But why does this happen? It's not that women don't appreciate the qualities of a good man. They do. They recognize loyalty, kindness, and respect. They admire the stability, the dependability, and the integrity that good men offer. Yet, when it comes down to it, many women often find themselves inexplicably drawn to the man who doesn't seem to value them in the same way, the one who might be distant, non-committal, or even reckless. To understand this phenomenon, we need to dive deeper into the psychology of attraction. It's not about logic. It's not about what is right or wrong. It's about a complex mix of biological impulses, social conditioning, and even unconscious desires that shape who we're attracted to. Attraction isn't always rational, and when it comes to why women ignore good men, it's often because the emotional connection they seek isn't always found in the calm waters of the reliable, dependable man. Let's explore the idea of the bad boy, the man who's full of mystery, unpredictability, and raw energy. It's something that stirs the heart and ignites the mind. But why do some women ignore the good, kind, loving men for the chaotic, rebellious, and sometimes distant men who may not offer the same emotional stability? The answer lies in the way attraction works on a deeper psychological level. Think about the classic archetype of the bad boy, the man who takes risks, the one who lives life on his terms. He's the rebel who doesn't care what anyone and often that comes with an aura of confidence that can feel magnetic, especially when contrasted against the more steady, perhaps even predictable, presence of a good man. It's not that women don't desire love or security. They do, but the rush of excitement and the emotional highs and lows that come with the bad boy dynamic can create an addictive pattern. It's the kind of roller coaster ride that might make a woman feel alive in a way that stability, though fulfilling, doesn't always provide. And for many women, it's the mystery, the chase, the unpredictability that stirs something deep inside them. This is where the emotional aspect comes into play. Love is a delicate, complicated thing. It's not just about safety or predictability. It's about passion, chemistry, and sometimes even a desire for adventure. And the bad boy, no matter how much he may seem like the wrong choice, can provide that adventure in a way that the good guy often doesn't. The good guy might be everything a woman is told she should want: dependable, supportive, reliable, but he doesn't always trigger the same intense emotional reaction that the bad boy does. It's not always about the person themselves, but about what they represent: excitement, danger, and the thrill of the unknown. Now, let's pause for a moment and reflect on something that is often overlooked: the role of emotional familiarity in relationship. For many women, bad boys often represent a certain emotional turbulence or intensity that they've experienced in their lives before, perhaps through family dynamics, past relationships, or even childhood experiences. This familiarity creates a sense of emotional connection, a feeling of comfort within the chaos. They may not consciously realize it, but on some deep level, they are drawn to what they know. This emotional familiarity can lead to a situation where a woman might overlook the good man, the one who might offer a steady, calm presence, because on a subconscious level, he doesn't feel as emotionally familiar. The good man offers something safe, and for some women, this safety can feel less exciting, less stimulating. The brain tends to seek out what feels familiar, even if that familiarity is wrapped in emotional confusion or instability. You might have heard the saying, "Why do women fall for bad boys?" The answer isn't as simple as it might appear. There's a biological component at play as well. Many psychologists suggest that women may be biologically wired to seek out partners who display strength and dominance. It's part of the evolutionary process, seeking out a mate who appears capable of protecting and providing for them. The bad boy often embodies this strength in a way that the good guy does not. It's important to recognize, though, that this doesn't mean women are inherently attracted to toxicity or dysfunction. It simply means that the qualities that the bad boy represents can sometimes trigger a sense of emotional excitement and stimulation that the good guy does. It's that pull, that magnetic attraction to the unknown and the intense. But it's not always healthy, and over time the emotional highs of that kind of relationship can take a toll. So why do women ignore good men? Part of it is because the good man often lacks the emotional stimulation that the bad boy offers. But there's another layer to this: the role of security and comfort in love. Why some women tend to ignore good men in favor of the bad boy. The desire for intense emotional experiences, the kind that evoke passion, confusion, and longing, is deeply ingrained in human nature. We see it in many aspects of life, not just in relationships but in friendships, careers, and hobbies. The craving for an emotional rush can sometimes eclipse the quieter, more peaceful feelings that come with a stable, loving relationship. It's important to understand that emotional excitement is not inherently bad. In fact, excitement and passion are often what make relationships memorable and meaningful. We crave those butterflies in our stomach, the adrenaline rush and the intensity that comes with new experience. And often the bad boy, with his rebellious nature and unpredictable behavior, can provide just that. His unpredictability stirs the emotions in a way that feels new and fresh, something that doesn't always come with the good men. But what's happening in a woman's mind when she chooses emotional excitement over stability? Let's look at how emotions and chemistry work. When we feel something strongly, whether it's joy, sadness, excitement, or fear, our bodies release hormones like dopamine and adrenaline. These chemicals are responsible for the feelings of exhilaration and euphoria. The bad boy, with his daring behavior and unpredictable personality, can trigger these chemical reactions in a woman's body. This creates an emotional high that can feel intoxicating, almost addictive. Over time, the body becomes conditioned to this emotional high, making it harder to let go of the bad boy dynamic. Women who are caught up in these intense feelings may begin to confuse the emotional highs and lows with love. In reality, it's not love, it's an emotional roller coaster. But for the woman, it can feel like love because it's powerful, it's consuming, and it's real. The highs make the lows feel worth it, even if those lows are moments of hurt or confusion. In contrast, the good man, while providing emotional stability and security, may not be able to replicate the same level of intensity. His steadiness can be seen as boring or predictable, which in turn makes it feel less stimulating. He's the one who shows up when he says he will, who listens patiently, and who makes plans with her for the future. All of this is incredibly valuable in the long run, but when you're chasing the thrill of excitement, stability can sometimes feel like a letdown. Another aspect to consider is that women, much like men, are often drawn to challenges. The bad boy often represents a challenge, a puzzle to be solved. Women might find themselves believing they can change him, tame him, or win him over in a way that gives them a sense of accomplishment. It's the ultimate test of their emotional resilience. They might say to themselves, "If I can win his heart, I can conquer anything." This belief is both empowering and thrilling, but it's also a trap, because often the bad boy isn't looking for a long-term commitment. He may not want to be changed or tamed or molded into something else, but the chase itself, the pursuit, becomes intoxicating. The idea of winning someone over feels like a victory, even if it's fleeting. And yet, despite the emotional excitement that the bad boy offers, the reality is that it often leads to heartache. The good man, on the other hand, offers something different. His emotional steadiness, though not as exciting in the short term, provides a foundation for long-term happiness. But for some women, the idea of a calm and steady relationship may seem less satisfying, especially when weighed against the thrill of the chase or the emotional highs that come with the bad boy. It's crucial to note that this doesn't mean that women are inherently shallow or that they don't value the qualities of a good man. Quite the opposite. Women recognize the value of a good man, They know he can offer them a love that is supportive, dependable, and enduring. But the question is,